everybody, how's it going out there? I thought I would check in and say hi and welcome to day one of Ditch the Sugar, the 5-day Ditch the Sugar Training Academy. And I want to start the week off by letting you guys know that sugar cravings are not your fault. Like, we're not talking about cravings in the right way on social media or in any other free run training download that you've got, because we talk about running, and often all those other 5-day sugar-free challenges give you a whole list of restrictions, a whole list of rules, a whole bunch of things you shouldn't be eating, and they terrify you. And then what happens is that you restrict yourself, you deprive yourself, and then you binge eat, because we're not talking about the actual science behind cravings. So I want to start off by saying that your cravings are not your fault. And this challenge, the whole point of this challenge is to help you tune into your body and understand those cravings so that you can take strategic action, learn to eat properly based on macronutrition, cutting-edge strategies that are going to help you ditch the cravings, boost your metabolism, kickstart your fat loss, and start to crush all of your running and life goals. Because I know the binge eating and the sugar crashing only causes you guys a lot of stress out there, and then when our eating starts to fail, then we start to skip our workouts, and then our emotional health starts to fail, and that's the whole point of this. And the other reason I'm doing this, you guys, is that I know that cravings and emotional eating are really a struggle out there for a lot of us. A lot of you. I used to deal with this a lot, and it really held me back for many, many years until I got my nutrition under control. And it was even hard to admit at first that I needed to get it under control, but the intense cravings, headaches, irritability, poor sleeping, lack of energy, it was too much for me, right? Like in the afternoon, I'd be dead tired, head down on my desk, couldn't function, couldn't perform, couldn't do my job properly. And then I'd be raiding the sugar cupboards. I'd be raiding my cupboards at night after everybody went to bed, and then going to bed feeling sick and guilty and gross, okay? So that's how I know that we feel out there. And the other thing is, when we're eating like that, when we're binging on the sugar and we're skipping our meals, we are not eating the nutrients that our body needs, okay? We are busy women. We have a lot going on. We are managing families, careers, tons of other roles and responsibilities, and we have no time to plan and prep anymore. We're skipping meals. We're grabbing food really quickly on the go, when we've lost touch with food along the way. I don't know about you guys, but when I was training 7 years in university, I missed the lessons on cooking. And so I eat really quick. I'm always on the go. I'm go. I'm busy. And what happens is I feed everyone else and take care of everyone else, and we are not feeding ourselves. And so we're eating this quick food, which is often processed, low in nutrient value, and we're left overfed and undernourished. And that is a problem for anybody, but it's a massive problem when you're also a runner who is pushing your body. Your food and what you eat is even more important than the average Joe out there who's not pushing their body, who's not trying to train for 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, right? Like, your nutrition is important. Understanding macronutrition is really key, and it's going to change your running, because when we're eating and binging on all these sugar processed foods, we're essentially running on empty, right? We're stuck in this vicious cycle of crashing and binging and storing fat, and then blood sugars are crashing again, and we're just like in this negative cycle, and it feels really difficult to break. And when we try to impose restrictions on you and tell you what not to eat, it only makes it feel harder, overcomplicates it, overwhelms you, and then you don't take any action that's going to help you get over the sugar, right? So let's dive in, you guys. I sent you an email if you've signed up, and I've posted here as well about processed sugar and what it is. And processed sugar is essentially the kind that comes from a factory. Tastes really good because they make it that way, but it's got zero nutrients in it, right? Think of your chips, your crackers. Actually, I'm going to go back a second. That your processed sugars are not just the sweet things. If you're craving salty things, that is also your body crashing and craving sugar, because those salty things like chips and pretzels and that stuff is your body wanting sugar, because those are carbs that are your body's gonna turn into sugar. So think chips, crackers, cereals, breakfast cereals, muffins, ice cream, chocolate bars, french fries, sodas, fruit juices. Most Starbucks drinks are loaded with sugar. Okay, anything with the label, really, they're manufactured to taste really delicious, but again, they have zero nutrient value, and they are leaving you spiking those blood sugar levels. We're going to talk about the blood sugar story tomorrow, but essentially, you're spiking your blood sugar levels, kicking your body into fat storage mode, you're crashing, and then your body it's not your fault, your body is actually craving more sugar to help bring that crash back up, bring your blood sugars back up. We're going to talk about that in more in depth tomorrow, but today just want you to understand and tune into how this cycle is making you feel. Irritable, if you're like me, tired, hungry all the time, always feeling like you're hungry all the time, you're a hungry runner, and then you're crashing and you're craving and you're possibly feeling depressed, and definitely you have a lack of energy and your runs are probably feeling heavy, right? You're essentially running on empty, you're depleted nutritionally, and that cannot go on for too long. So my number one strategy for you guys, without restricting or making you feel guilty or quitting all that wine and chocolate, because I love my wine and chocolate and I'm never going to stop that. I'm never going to stop putting a little bit of sugar in my coffee, because that's not the big issue. The big issue is that we're eating too much processed food, as like just too much of it. So strategy number one is to eat more real food. Like, keep it that simple, you know. Instead of telling you to restrict, I'm telling you to eat more real food. And real food, I mean unprocessed or minimally processed. Either comes from a plant or an animal. I'm talking vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, grains, meat, chicken, eggs, seafood, simply foods that are found in nature that don't have labels. When you start to eat real food, you're going to be getting nutrient value, okay? You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be powering your body up for running. I always tell my runners to think of food as fuel, and it's like oil in your tank, right? If you don't put oil in your car, it's not going to run very well. So if we're not putting food that is full of nutrients in our body, it's not going to run very well. And I want to give you the example of the 200 calorie chocolate bar, 200 calorie granola bar that has no nutrition in it, and compare that to 200 calories worth of nuts and fruit, okay? So one of them has nothing, and then one of them has fibers, fats, good carbs, nutrients, and proteins that your body needs. And again, we're going to talk all about macronutrition, which is carbs, sugars, and fats in the next few days, so you understand why you need all of those. But you're going to see that that is just so much more jam-packed with body-loving, nutrient-dense food that your body can take in and send out to your body so that it functions properly. Keeping your body well-nourished is going to do more than just helping you reduce your sugar cravings. It's also going to help you boost your metabolism, kickstart fat loss in your body, and help you with weight control. And I know a problem for runners is we're running and running and running. We're starving, we're eating all the food, and we're gaining weight along the way, and that feels crappy. If you're going to put all the work in and work super hard, we need to address nutrition, specifically the sugar cravings, okay? Another thing I want to mention about eat real food is that we're always, you know, we've been conditioned for years to think about the calorie content, to count the calories, and I want you guys to eat real food without thinking about the calories, because counting calories it's not a great strategy. We want to be thinking about the nutrient content of your food. Make sure your food is real food. I live by the 80-20 rule. Not all my food is perfect. Not all my choices are perfect, because I love wine and chocolate. So I save 20% of my intake for the day. I'm not measuring or doing anything crazy, but 20% of what I eat in the day, I allow to be whatever I love. So I'm not cutting anything out, and you guys don't want to cut anything out, because that never works. Diets never work. Restrictions never work unless they're medically necessary. Then you must work at it. But otherwise, why do that to yourself, right? You got to live life, and it's not about being perfect. It's about feeling good. It's about progression. It's about tuning in and learning why you're craving and what you can do to fix that, okay? So your homework for today is to eat more real food. Slow down. Pause for 5 seconds before you're going to eat something, right? Ask yourself, is this going to nourish my body and give it what it needs or not? Simple. It's a super simple strategy. There's no pill, there's no diet, there's nothing complicated about this stuff, just helping you guys tune back in to the very basics of food and eating, because I know that life is busy. I know that you guys are working, professional women, moms, staying at home maybe with your kids, and you've got all this stuff going on, but you deserve to eat properly. You deserve to nourish your body. Check in here below, check in to the other post I made. Let me know what you're eating, celebrate yourself, check in. You give other people motivation and inspiration too when you post, because it seems so simple, but it's not. It's not that easy. So I'm here to help you. If you have any questions about what you should be eating, any comments or thoughts on how you feel or what you want out of this week together, let me know. I'm here for you guys. I'm always around. This is my job. I should have introduced myself at the beginning. If you don't know me, I'm Carrie Adam. I am the founder of RunningMoms, this online community for badass women who want to learn to run strong, eat right, and crush all of their running goals. I'm also a physiotherapist. I'm a runner, a mama of two, and I do all my work online because I know as busy women, you guys can't get out to groups, and online is our space, you know. So have an awesome day. Check in and have a look for tomorrow in the group, tomorrow in your email if you signed up for strategy number 2 on day number 2. Take care.